Hey everyone, so I just got a new pen. In the comments of my 8 pen questions response, I got some comments recommending some new pens to me, including the Pilot Custom 74 and the 74-3 in the deep red color, which is a color I had no idea existed. You know, previously I had only known about the kind of bright color US retailer versions that I was kind of interested in. I kind of looked into them. The colors just kind of put me. I wasn't really into those bright colorful colors. So when I saw the deep red kind of burgundy and gold, I kind of knew I was eventually going to get one. And I I kind of prefer the shape and like the size of the 74 because the converter is just, it fits so perfectly in there. I love that sort of space efficient design, and I don't really need a big pen. I think the size of like the 74, that side of that that sort of pen size kind of seems to fit my hand better. So I bought it. At first I thought, it was going to be kind of difficult to buy because it's a Japanese version that you have to order from Japan, but it was actually, there's just Japanese retailers that sell to the United States just as easily as you can get from a US retailer. So that was relieving to be able to get it easily. And when I finally got it, it was just as pretty as it was in the pictures. I'm very happy I got it. The nib is just so good looking. So, of course, when I opened it, I flushed it with water first, just to make sure it works great, and then I filled it with my favorite ink, Parker Blue Black. And I have to say, the Con 70 is the best converter Pilot makes, the only good converter they make. The other ones just suck because it filled very easily, full fill, and it's got a good capacity. I'm pretty happy with it so far. And then, of course, I had to start writing with it, and immediately I was blown away with just how smooth it is. Like, it's got to be one of the smoothest, like, nibs of that fineness that I have. And it's got a little bit of kind of flexy bounce to it. You can get a little bit of line variation, especially with the downstrokes. And it's just fun to write with. And then I started comparing it to my Platinum Ultra Extra Fine, and they're honestly pretty comparable. I mean, of course, the Ultra Extra Fine is extremely fine, but in terms of writing with them, they're pretty similar in how they like work with my handwriting. I don't think that going to the Ultra Extra Fine makes my handwriting look any better than it does with the fine, but the ultra extra fine, lets me get a really small writing if I need to. And of course, it works really well with the more absorbent papers. But this Custom 74 with its fine nib is probably better for like everyday writing in my like journals and stuff when a wider variety paper, which is kind of why I got it. I got it to be a very good pen for pretty much anything, and so far I think it's living up to that, and I'm really enjoying writing. It feels really good in my hand, and it works really well with my handwriting. It's a really smooth nib, which isn't exactly my favorite, but it lends itself really well to like a kind of fast flowing cursive writing, which is kind of what I tend to do most of the time. But if I'm doing a more sort of precise and trying to be really like legible with my handwriting, it's not quite as easy, which is part of the reason why I use the Ultra Extra Fine. I use it for like signing things or whatever when I want to have a really nice kind of controlled writing. But for my journaling and stuff, I think this smoother, slightly broader nib is going to be perfect for me. But these are kind of just my first impressions. I do plan on doing a more in-depth video, maybe like a sort of review in the future when I've had this pen for a longer time and I've used it a lot more. So I guess stay tuned for that. I'll see you in the next video.